there, beautiful people. You're listening to Cast a Ripple by Carla Berger from Cape Town, South Africa. Hello friends, and welcome to a new episode of Cast a Ripple. Cast a Ripple and Be a Ripple is a space where I like to share what I like to call life-enhancing tools that absolutely anybody can use to better improve the quality of their day-to-day experiences. Today I want to talk to you about expansion. Now, expansion is not necessarily a tool. It's more of an understanding or a knowing. When I say understanding, and it's something that we need to understand, it's more not with your mind, because your mind is going to overcomplicate what I'm going to say to you today. I want you to listen with your soul, with your beingness, with your energy, with your divinity. I need you to listen to what I'm going to say, not with your mind and with logistic thinking. It's more with your soul. So expansion. I've been going through a few things lately. Things are kind of coming to an end. New things are opening up. Things that were quite painful are no longer painful anymore. And I can almost clearly look back at those things that happened and see them for what they were, not necessarily things that happened to me, but things that happened for me. Things that helped me to expand. Things that helped me move through all of the stuff that I needed to go through in order to be more authentically myself, in order to actually move towards who I actually am, who I actually want to experience. So that just got me thinking about expansion and how all of the things that happen to us, no matter whether it's good or bad, they all serve our expansion. Sometimes they have to come back and do it again and again and again and again until we get the picture, until we expand. Because sometimes it feels like we're stuck in a loop with something or a similar situation keeps whacking us in the face until we understand what it means, or we get the bigger picture, or we get to a point where we make an internal adjustment, and then it doesn't come back again, because then it served its purpose, then it served our expansion. It helped us to get to a point in our life. Now, it's all very cryptical what I'm saying, but I'm sure there are a lot of you that will be understanding what I'm saying. Like I said, not through mind, but through divinity, through energy. So just on physical terms, and I like to think of it in this way. And guys, this is all just my opinion. This is all just something that's resonating with me right now. It might not even resonate with me in a few years, but for now, I like to think about things this way because it, in my mind, makes sense. It makes it less complicated. It makes it less painful to go through things when you understand expansion. So expansion, when we look at the universe, like the physical universe that scientists can see and can comprehend, and that they know, we've got our solar system and our galaxy, and there are so many other galaxies. Like they say, if you are lying in a bubble bath, each little bubble is a galaxy. That's how vast the universe is. But from our point and our perspective, scientists can't see that our universe is expanding, right? It's kind of growing, it's opening up, it's moving further and further away, expanding itself. I wonder sometimes what that is, why that is. And they say it's, it's the Big Bang, and there was the Big Bang, and then everything just exploded, and that expansion is still happening. It's still exploding. It's still going out. Now, I'm no scientist, so don't quote me on this, but that is what I take from that. So that is all just a physical manifestation of the energetic explosion we are receiving, the energetic expansion we as a collective are going through. So I like to think about it that, the Big Bang and the expansion of the universe is all divinity expanding. Like, once upon a time, there was divinity. Before all of this, there was divinity, there was divine, there was godliness. This one singular source of energy that knew itself. But it couldn't know itself infinitely. It couldn't know itself totally without experiencing itself. And being only a singular energy, it can't experience itself, because if there's only one thing in the universe, then there's nothing to compare itself to. It can't compare itself to anything because there's only one. If there's only one thing, it can't experience itself because there's no way for it to interact with anything else in order to experience itself. So what did it do? It exploded itself in a bajillion little pieces, all experiencing itself in a different way. The Big Bang, right? So divinity exploded, and it formulated this realm, this world that we are experiencing, and a bunch of others we can't see or experience, by the way, different kind of dimensions. It's all very complicated for the mind, at least, but the soul knows. And it formed this human beings, these kind of seedlings, us, to experience itself in all of these different scenarios, in all of these different ways. And even the solar system and the universe, and it's experiencing itself as that. It's experiencing itself as this plant, as this door, as everything. Everything is godliness or divinity experiencing itself, because it knows who it is or what it is, but it wants to experience itself in totality in order to experience itself. So this is all expansion, and expansion of the universe physically is a manifestation of expansion of our energy, our consciousness expanding. So that's why I'm saying everything serves that movement, because no matter what's going on in the world, whether it's good or bad or ugly or pretty, light or dark, the whole bigger picture of the movement right now is expansion. And there will come a point where it's so expanded that its divinity has literally experienced itself in every single way that it can. And then it will start to come back. It will start to come back to itself, into oneness, into nothingness. We're not there yet. I'm pretty sure we're still on the expanding journey, but we are at a space where consciously we are becoming aware of the fact that we are not self, but we are everything. That is the journey we're going on now. And at a stage we'll come to a place where we understand and experience ourselves as also we are everything, but we are also nothing. Because all of this is just that one thing, and what is one thing without anything else? It's nothing. Right? So, understanding expansion in that way is a handy tool because whatever we go through in life, and let's be honest, there are some painful things that we need to go through, but we need to see them as growing pains, expansion pains, if you want. Something that you need to go through in order to become more authentically yourself. Even if you go through something really bad and you don't, there's no right or wrong way to go through something bad, right? You go through it the way that you need to go through it to survive. There is a route to take that would be less friction, but some of us take a route that is more friction. Either route is just a route. It's not the right or the wrong way. You just go through things, and everything we experience, anything we experience, is serving our expansion. Not just individually, but collectively, not just physically, but energetically. Everything is serving that movement, that experience of divine. And that's just, when you see that bigger picture, when you understand that bigger picture, there's just so much symphony in that. There's so much love and light in that. There's almost less pain. I mean, going through pain is also part of the experience, but it makes it less of a personal thing when you're going through pain while knowing that it is growing pains, while knowing that it is not the world or the universe attacking you. It's actually the world and the universe helping you understand who you really are, helping you to understand that you are actually just experiencing yourself and moving towards oneness, not away from oneness. Conversations with God also says this, and this book is amazing, so please go and check it out. The first one, I loved reading it. It resonated so much, and I've mentioned it a few times now. I'm still struggling with the second one. Anyway, it says that knowing and experiencing is two different things. We all intrinsically know what we are. In our essence, in our intuition, we know what we are. We know what we want. We know where we're going. But the experience of that knowing is what this is all about. Experiencing that pain, experiencing the agonizing growing, experiencing 2 years down the line, coming out of this space, looking back at all of those painful moments and knowing that that is something that you had to go through in order to experience that, to know that what you knew is actually who you are. Bunch of jibber jabber, really. But I'm hoping energetically that makes sense to you. I think that's all that I want to share today. I know there's a lot of people going through a lot of tough times. Me personally, I'm in a better space than I've been in a while. I went through a few difficult patches, and I'm sure a few difficult patches still awaits. But from my vantage point, from this light pocket of space I'm in right now, I can tell you, whoever you are, if you're feeling that you're in darkness, if you're feeling lost, if you're feeling in pain, just experience that. That's all that you have to worry about. All that you need to know is that it's an experience that you need to go through, and there will be light at the end of the tunnel where you'll be able to look back at that and see it for what it was, just growing pains, expansion, and you will come out stronger on the other side. I promise you that. Just experience whatever it is that you need to go through. It'll be okay. Okay, my loves, that's it for today. I will chat to you guys again in a week's time. Oh, my love. Bye.